Growing up, it felt like every movie had its own tie-in games. You had the Harry Potter series, the Star Wars series, DreamWorks and Pixar. You even had iconic games like GoldenEye. And when I was little, I spent so much time playing games based off movies I was into at the time. Games like Robots, Madagascar, The Incredibles. These were iconic games that I sunk hours into when I was a kid. So I thought, hey, wouldn't it be fun to go back and play 3 games based on my favorite movies from when I was a kid and get the platinum for them and make a video out of it? As we all know, some things don't always turn out as fun as you plan. When picking the first game, I decided, you know what, Pixar never misses, and I decided to go with Cars 3. Cars 3 is your stock standard racing game. It was originally released in 2017 on the PS3 and PS4. It has 21 trophies, including the Platinum. This screen is the most important part of the Platinum journey. This is the skill check screen. It has 136 tasks you need to complete throughout the game. Once you do this, you'll most likely just naturally get the Platinum. But enough chit chat, I decided to get into my first race where I of course played as the GOAT Lightning McQueen, and I quickly started learning the mechanics. Like most racing games, you've got to either drift or drive backwards. In this case here, you can drive on one tire, not one leg, to accumulate boost. And it was good fun. I won the first race and I had skill checks coming out my ass. I started playing through all the races. This one here was a skill challenge which just requires you to drive as fast as you can off ramps and flip in the air. Super fun, what more could you ask for? And while doing this, I got my first trophy.
Oh, first trophy. Use 15 turbo boosts in a single event. Sweet. I think I'm about to lose this, man. I got 13 seconds and I'm coming second.
I did end up coming second in that race, but thankfully a top 3 finish is good enough no matter what, as there is a trophy attached to getting top 3 finishes in every single race. Right here I was doing a best lap challenge, which is just a time trial. It works like any other game. There's a time you need to beat and you need to complete the lap under that time. There's also a trophy for doing 100 best laps, like actually doing a lap 100 times, which was going to take the whole duration of the game. So I was really focused on that. And during this race, I also got a trophy. There is a mechanic in the game. Obviously, there's boost. Every racing game has boost. And if you completely fill up your boost meter, then boost, you go what's called in the zone. And there is a trophy for doing that 4 times in one game.
Zoned out. Get in the zone 4 times in a single event. Sweet.
I continued playing along through all the races in order, and after about 20 minutes, I got my trophy for getting 50 skill checks. But even though I'd knocked out like almost half straight away, these would be very hard to come by later.
Come on. Man, that's so hard. Oh, I did it. No, I didn't. Complete 50 skill checks. Okay. There's also a trophy for doing that rev start 3 times, but it's impossible to do.
And not long after that, I got another trophy for boosting 150 times.
We have another one. Use 150 turbo boosts. Oh, just knocking off the easy trophies right now.
This game here was a takedown event. You pick up the weapons kind of like Mario Kart and you have to destroy waves of cars driving around the map. This is one of the game modes that got really repetitive and really boring really quickly. But right here I got a trophy for reaching round 6.
Take down a notch. Complete 6 waves in a single takedown event. I thought that was going to be really hard, but you just got it pretty seamlessly there.
I was powering through the game and I started a race as the homie Mater. Mater National was actually the first game I ever 100%ed all the way back on Nintendo DS years ago. So, love Mater. And I got here the trophy for getting 3 perfect quick starts.
Oh, I did it. Yes. I've done it 3 times? I swear that was the first time I've done it, but I will take the trophy. Thank you very much.
You'll notice in every race I'm using a different car. That's because there is a trophy attached to using every single character in the game, which is not many, but just to knock it off early, make sure it's under wraps, I did this. You actually can't unlock everyone till the very end of the game, so I thought, yeah, just get these people I can out of the way now. And I got a trophy for earning 30 stars in the game. You get stars based on your finishes, so 1 star for bronze, 2nd star for silver, and 3 for coming first.
Star Collector. Earn a total of 30 stars. Let's go.
For my next trophy, I was back in a skills challenge, and the one I was going for here was for completing 6 different skills in one jump.
Oh, I did it. Airing it out. Perform 6 air tricks in a simple jump. Single jump.
A little bit after that, I was playing as my Italian brother Guido, and I got a trophy for going in the zone 30 times.
In the zone. Go in the zone 30 times. And I think I just got a skill check also that I've been trying to get for ages.
I then went a few hours without a trophy, but as you can see on screen, I was really starting to knock off some of the skill checks, and the only ones I really had left to do were the ones you had to go out of your way to get. There is a mechanic in this game called side bash, which just lets you run cars off the road. I really wish I could do this in real life without risking damage to my own car, but at least you get a trophy for doing it here.
Through side bash 100 cars. Let's go. It's weird that's a trophy because I need to do it 100 more times for a skill check. So it doesn't make sense, but I'll take a trophy.
Oh, and there's also a trophy for doing that 15 times in one takedown event.
Contact. I got it. Slide bash 15 carts in a single takedown event.
Right here I got another trophy that doesn't make any sense why it exists. So I mentioned before, with the side bashing 100 cars, you need to do it 200 times for a skill check. So it doesn't make sense that there's a trophy doing it 100 times. This is the same thing here. I got a trophy for driving on one wheel for 15 minutes, but there is a skill check for doing it for 20 minutes. So, look, I'll always take a trophy, but I just don't understand why they've like worked it out like this. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, two-wheel champ. Drive on 2 wheels for 15 minutes. Let's go.
The next trophy I went for was for completing 70 tricks in a single stunt event. This I really struggled with, but luckily I found a loophole, as you can see right here. You can just drive and do one flip, and then drive and do one flip. This is way easier than actually trying to get it legitimately using the ramps. So, if you're playing this game, definitely do this.
Oh, it worked. It worked. Yes, and I'm coming first. So, you can cheese the trophy and you can cheese all the stunt races by doing this. There you go. You're welcome.
Also, the award for the worst ever ka-chow you've heard in your life has to go to this voice actor.
I am ready to roll. Ka-chow!
A few hours after my last trophy, I finally got another one for destroying 1,000 cars in takedown events. Again, not sure why this exists, because you need to knock down 2,000 cars for a skill check. So, just a completely obsolete trophy, but once again, I will take it.
Kart Crasher. Destroy 1,000 crash carts in takedown events. Let's go. I feel like I'm really getting through this quick.
So by this point, I really felt like I had done all I needed to do, and all that was left was the really grindy trophies for unlocking every skill check, getting stars on every event, and playing a race with every character. But what's annoying about this game, and this is when it started to get really frustrating, was this game has 21 locations you need to race through. Each location has 5 different races. So if you're good at math, you'll realize that equals to about 8,336 races I need to complete. Right here, at this point, I'd done about 40. So there was a long way to go for not much payoff, and it started to get really grindy at this point. But I did get a trophy for driving backwards heaps.
Okay, so drive back for 15 minutes. Again, I don't understand because there's a skill check for driving backward for 20 minutes. But again, I will take it. You didn't say that.
So this point of the games where it started to become a real grind, and I got so delusionally bored that I started to speculate on each car's political affiliations.
I definitely think Lightning McQueen would have voted for Kamala and gotten a lot of flack for it in the racing world. So I imagine the racing world's very Republican in Cars 3.
I kept yapping to myself for hours until I finally got another trophy. This one was for completing 100 best lap challenges.
Oop, best of the best. Complete 100 laps in best lap challenges. Alright. And I got a 3-star this specific level for a skill check. And then we were well on our way to the platinum.
And I was well on my way, as 3 hours and 17 minutes after that, I completed every event in the game.
Stars all around. Earn a star in every event. Let's go. I just got to do now the multiplayer skill checks and the playground, which I think is just like mini games.
As you could see in that prior menu, I had 2 rows of skill checks to complete. And one of these was the multiplayer portion of the game. and this had been hanging over my head all game. I knew at some point I was going to have to plug in my second controller and try to get a bunch of skill checks done in co-op. Thank God this was a lot easier than it sounded. Normally stuff like this is a pain in the ass when you need to use a second controller by yourself. But all you need to do is load up a race and use like a variety of different weapons on player 2 as player 1, and you'll unlock the skill checks, as you can see here. The rest of the multiplayer skill checks were very scary though, because they required you to come first and second place in a tournament. A tournament is a series of 3 races where you get awarded points based off your finish. So I thought, oh, it's going to be so difficult to race with both controllers and finish first and second. But luckily, you can set up a tournament where you're the only 2 cars, and you can even do a skill challenge so you don't even need to drive at all. As you see here, I'm literally just on TikTok on my phone. With the multiplayer skill checks out of the way, it was back on the trophy grind, and I went into Max Playground. This is just like a little like free roam area where you can complete mini games and stuff like that. But there are collectibles. You got to collect 10 of Max hats, which are my favorite type of collectibles because they were marked on the minimap.
Let's go, Max hats. Come on.
The playground challenges were very easy. All you had to do was 9/11 these towers, drive through some cans, blow some stuff up, and drive through balloons. Doing all of that eventually gets you a very boring, tedious trophy.
King of the playground, yes. Okay, I'm done in here. I hate this playground. It's actually fine. I've just been playing the game too long.
Now that I'd completed all the skill checks, I finally unlocked the last character in the game, Smokey, and I went into a race with him to get the trophy.
Yes. Okay, I was scared I wasn't going to get that because I played with some of the characters in cups and it says events, so 1 trophy to go.
For the final trophy, I had to win the Dino Cup, which is the very last cup you unlock. You unlock it by winning every other cup, which isn't hard, but takes forever. And look, anyways, I was very ready for this platinum experience to be over, but this is a good game. This is a fun game. I definitely recommend getting the platinum if you want to play it. Just don't do like, it takes 15 hours, so don't do it in like 20 hours like I did. Space it out a bit and you'll have fun.
Platinum, please.
I do love it when the crowd goes wild.
Hall of Famer.
I'm Chick Hicks, and this is Chick's Picks.
Trophy career. Bloody McQueen the GOAT. Round of applause. Round of applause for the GOAT of the Piston Cup. Alright, 2 games left.
So in all honesty, Cars 3, despite becoming a bit tedious at the end, was honestly a lot of fun. And moving on to the second game, there was something I had my eyes on ever since I saw it in the PlayStation Store months ago, and was based on one of my favorite movie franchises as a kid. And that game is Ice Age Nuts Scratty Adventure. It has 37 trophies, including the Platinum. It is a platformer puzzle game typical of something you'd see in the mid-2000s. Now, I'd actually seen very, very poor reviews of this game, and I always thought, that's a bit harsh, like, how much can you really expect from a game that was probably released in like 2005? This game came out in 2019. Therefore, there was no excuse for it to be as bad as it was. Thankfully, the trophies came pretty early and I got my first one almost straight away.
That wasn't too sharp. Collect your first shard. I love shard, dude.
Now, at this point, I still thought I was playing a game that most likely came out in 2004, so I was being way more positive than I needed to be.
This actually feels quite nice. Like, I thought this would feel terrible, but it's actually alright. It's decent. Same as like Cars 3.
I should be put down for ever comparing this game to Cars 3. But anyway, here's my second trophy.
Grad Smash. Smash 10 shard credits. Great. I still don't know what the shards are for though.
So right there, there's already 2 problems with the game. One is you can hear the waterfall the whole time. It's so annoying. The ambient noises in this game are just always in your ear. And you're probably listening to this going, well, you should have just turned them off. And yeah, I didn't think of that. And also, the shards and the shard crates, at no point does the game tell you what they're for. I don't even really know, other than getting the trophy, if there was a reason to collect them. I got my next trophy for solving this puzzle and finding a tablet piece. Tablet pieces are a type of collectible in this game. There's 4 in every level, and there's 19 levels altogether. Obviously, you need to find them all for a trophy. Also, the plot of the game is obviously you're looking for nuts. That's it.
A long time ago, collect a tablet piece. Okay.
When I started getting into the combat aspect of the game, that's when I realized, like, oh, this might be really bad.
The combat is genuinely terrible.
Anyway, I quickly got another trophy for increasing my health.
In good health, unlock an additional health chunk. Is that what the shards do? I'm confused.
I then found the second type of collectible in this game, which is a statue. There is one of these in each level. Also, you can't get all of these on your first playthrough, as you unlock abilities throughout the game needed to locate other collectibles.
Not as good as a nut. Find a statue. Nothing's as good as a nut. I agree.
I already decided to start knocking off some of the easier trophies, and I got my first one right here.
Oh, I got it. Throw and hit 3 enemies within 10 seconds. I don't know why I forgot to speak. That was actually a hard trophy. Man, this camera needs to f*** off.
I got my next trophy for completing a dig pile, which is a pile of dirt that you dig. I appreciate that despite making a horrible game, at least they were as creative as can be.
Can you dig it? Complete a dig pile. I hope I haven't missed like 8 of those. Oh, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Get rescued by the Spratazins. Okay. I don't know what I did to earn that, but I'll take it.
That was just for dying. That obviously, like that one's on me. I was just dumb there. After that, I literally stopped playing for 10 minutes because I could hear like this buzzing sound, and I was convinced there was like a pack of flies in my room, but it turned out just to be this enemy.
That's what I can hear. Bro, I thought there was a fly in my room. I was going crazy. Get over here. Oh. Scatter up. Hit a flying enemy with a rock. Easy.
There's also a trophy for kicking one of the flies.
Spinning bug kick. Spin kick a flying insect.
I then got into the first boss fight of the game, which is against Frank and Carl. This is super easy. You just need to goad them into running into this wall. That's it. Great game design again.
Rhino entry. Defeat Carl and Frank.
There's also a thing in the game called power cores. You have to find them and use them to open doors, and you get a trophy for carrying them for a bit.
Electrifying. Carry power cores for a total of 100 meters. That was like nothing. 100 meters is so short.
I then found an ice slide, which these suck, because once you go down these, you're locked out of the previous part of the level, which was really a problem later trying to get collectibles, but you do get a trophy for going down one.
Oh, shit. On thin ice? Slide on ice. Bro, that was fast. That was too fast to react to.
At this point, I was only up to like the 4th level in the game, and it was really starting to do my head in. Like, how dare you have a platformer where jumping is non-responsive?
The jumping and the camera is doing my head in.
I got to the end of the first world and finally found my first nut of the game.
Looks like a butt plug. Looks exactly like a butt plug.
So the way the game's laid out is there's 4 worlds, each world has 4 levels, and at the end of completing a world you find a nut. This also allows you to unlock a new ability. So for example, finding the first nut allows you to unlock double jump.
Break the ice. Complete ice cliffs. Done.
Moving on to the second world, I immediately got a trophy for getting my ass eaten by a piranha.
Max. Get bitten by a piranha. I knew that was a trophy. I'm not that bad at the game, I promise.
Also, I'm just going to yap about another one of my frustrations with the game. Is for the collectibles, you've obviously got to go off course, like in any game. There's 2 paths you can take. The story path, the proper one, or you can go off course and find like hidden things, Easter eggs and whatnot. There is so many sections in this game that look like there's going to be a collectible there, and then you go and you just die, and it was just pissing me off so much, man.
I mean, there's so many platforms that look like you should be able to go on them, like something's hidden there, and then you just fucking die.
Anyway, I did my best to stop falling for those, and I got a trophy for finishing a level without dying.
Dodge this. Complete a level without dying. That's the first level I've completed without dying? Oh my god. That is way too late in the game.
Right after that, I got another one for killing all enemies in a level.
Straddle Royale. Kill all enemies in a section without dying. Oh, I can't believe this is the first time I've done that one as well. Am I bad at games? Am I watched at games?
Next up was the boss fight, and again, I was so sure this was a game out of the mid-2000s because this is a mid-2000s boss fight. Wait for the enemy to finish their attack pattern and then deal damage. But anyway, here's the trophy.
I used to hate the water. Defeat Cretaceous and Maelstrom. That was actually a bit easier than the first one.
And right after that, I got another trophy for finishing the world.
I see what you did there. Complete the ice fields. Let's go.
In the next world, I collected my 5,000th shard, and I finally learned what they're for.
That was a little sharder. Collect 5,000 shards. Dude, I still don't know what they're for. Heart to heart. Unlike all additional health chunks. Okay, they must have been linked to the health chunks.
Over halfway through the game, they introduce wolves, and you get a trophy for just sneaking past one, which pissed me off. Don't introduce stealth over halfway into the game, and don't make me play this game any slower than I have to, please.
Sneak past a sleeping wolf. But I think I just woke him up then. Oh shit, he's scared, bro. He looks like Sirius Black.
The third world doesn't have a boss fight, but you do have to complete this platforming puzzle that they stole from Jak and Daxter, and here's the trophy for that.
And knowing is half the battle. Complete the orrery puzzle.
Not long after that, I completed the world, but the game did try and blind me.
Oh, my eyes. Jesus Christ. Don't do this. The Crystal Maze. Complete the ice caves. I didn't do a boss fight.
After getting that third nut, I unlocked telekinesis, and I got a trophy while learning how to use it.
Do you even lift? Use telekinesis 10 times. This is literally the tutorial.
The game introduces another animal you have to sneak past, and you get a trophy for this as well.
Sneaky, sneaky. Get a Guanlong to investigate a sound. I don't know how I did it, but sure, I'll take it.
As I was approaching the end of the game, more of the long-term trophies started to pop, like this one here.
Appetite for Destruction. Smash 500 shard crates. I'm surprised it took this long. Because it honestly feels like that's all you're doing in the game.
Not long after that, I survived being burnt by lava.
Dearly beloved. Surviving burned by lava. Great. I'm over the game, man. Remember when I said it was fun? So wrong. So unfair.
Here's another trophy for killing a pterodactyl.
You're dead. You're dead. You're a dead man.
And then 2 more trophies for beating the world and the game.
Welcome to the jungle. Complete the hidden world. Hope you thought everything. Complete Ice Age, Scratch Nutty Adventure. Okay. Thank God it's over. I don't know how you managed to make a 4-hour game feel like it's gone for 25. But if I had to describe this, I would say it's imagine Jak and Daxter was the worst game you've ever played in your life. That is how I describe it.
So now I have to get all the collectibles, which required me to replay the entire game. And I don't know if you guys have caught on or not, but I didn't like the game. The game sucks. So, lots of fun. Anyway, here's all those trophies.
Anything is possible. Ice came, ice saw, ice conquered. 1 game left. That sucks. Ice Age. 1 game left.
The next game I decided to play was Up. It was released right after the movie, which I think we can all agree is one of the greatest of all time. It is a complete masterpiece. So I was hoping the game would be a lot of fun, and Pixar really did me well with Cars 3. So I thought, let's go back to Pixar, see how we go. This game is a very straightforward adventure game. You just make your way through the levels that follow the events of the movie. There are some trophies you have to look out for. One for collecting these bugs here. I'll go into that a bit further later. And there are collectible trophies. I should also mention this game has 21 trophies, including the platinum. So for the collectibles, you just have to catch these butterflies as Russell, and then collect these portraits as Mr. Fredrickson. This is very easy to do, as during a level you can just alternate between which character you're playing as with the click of a button. Alright, there's 2 trophies coming up, but I need to explain them a bit. One is for winning a bug catching competition as Mr. Fredrickson. As you saw earlier, there's bugs you can pick up throughout the level. You just need to collect more than the AI. So if you're playing as Mr. Fredrickson, obviously Russell will be AI and vice versa. It doesn't matter which character you collect the bug as because it always goes toward player 1. But there are trophies for doing it as Mr. Fredrickson and as Russell. So you just need to make sure you're finishing the level as the character the trophy corresponds to. I really hope that made sense. And then upon completing each level, you get to an end screen and you see everything you did in the level, how long it took you to complete it, etc., etc. And you also sometimes unlock unlockables such as like a rope, axe, stuff like that. These help you access secret parts of each level. And there are trophies to unlocking them all.
Here, little bugs, I'll save you. Win any bug trophy as Russell. Okay. Man, this game's not going to be fun, I can tell. Helping hand. Obtain the rope.
The second level was a raft level, which could just be called the Spam X levels. You just need to go through a river, spam X, that's the only way to move forward, and just hope you don't crash into anything and you get a trophy.
What a professional badge. Complete any raft race. Don't worry. I can't speak. Oh, really bad hay fever. It's killing me.
Third level, the game introduces a mechanic where Russell has to lower down a rope that Mr. Fredrickson climbs on and then uses it to maneuver over a wall. But this glitched out, so I ended up having to uninstall and reinstall the game, which was just so fun after the pain that was Ice Age. Luckily, though, I did get a trophy at the end of this level.
Win a bug trophy as Mr. Fredrickson. Okay. Illumination. Obtain the lantern.
Look, I'm going to really speed it up from here because, to be completely honest with you, there's not much going on in this game. Like, this is what every level is. It's just go from point A to point B, help each other climb up. It gets very repetitive very fast. So I'm just going to kind of come back in whenever there's trophies from this point forward. In some levels, you get to play as the homie Kevin. This is just a chase level. And similar to the raft level, you get a trophy for beating it without taking any damage.
Kevin is magnificence. As Kevin, complete any chasings without being reset or hitting any obstacles. Dude. I made the best time. Go me.
The best times are actually one to keep an eye on because there is a trophy for beating the best time in 10 levels. This is the first boss fight. Every boss fight is the exact same thing. You have to dodge falling coconuts and then find a way to throw them up at the dog.
We got him. Good work, Russell.
Teetering on victory. Defeat Gamma. Bro, why did I decide to make this video?
Beating that also got me another trophy for unlocking the pickaxe. I do just want to interject and say, look how they ruined the best line from the movie.
It's a talking dog!
Anyway, I got a trophy for unlocking the golf club, which I actually used to defeat the next boss. For this level right here, you actually have to have Russell always carrying the house, which just slows down an already snail-paced game, but it makes it really easy to get this trophy for squashing 100 bugs.
Fate of the colony. Save or squish 100 bugs in any chapter. Let's go.
I was moving towards the end of the game and I unlocked the grapple. Another boss fight where you do the exact same thing as every other boss fight. I beat the best time in 10 chapters. I unlocked the magnifying glass. I won all the bug contests, which I think is impossible not to do. And I couldn't believe this, but after 28 levels of doing literally nothing, the game just throws a flying level at you, which is actually really fun. If the game had included at least like 4 or 5 more of these, it actually wouldn't have been like mind-numbing to get through.
Oh, no.
And with the main story now finished, all I had to do was clean up the collectibles.
Remember this, Ellie?
Cool!
Now all I had left to do to platinum the game was unlock the game's concept art, which I cannot stress enough. Don't do this. Don't buy this game. Don't platinum it. Just watch the movie. The movie's a phenomenal movie, and it takes less time to do than the game. So just go do that.
Adventure of Beach. In honor of Ali, RIP. RIP to this game's data because I am deleting it from the console.
So if you've made it this far into the video, please comment below your favorite movie tie-in game, childhood or not. I'm just very interested to see the answers. Definitely don't play Up or Ice Age. Play Cars 3 though. Cars 3 is genuinely fun. And thank you for watching to this point. I thought this video would be a lot more fun than it turned out to be, but my game choice was just abysmal, wasn't it? So apologies. Up, I felt like I couldn't even do anything in the edit. It was just like there's nothing going on in this game. But if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, comment down below, all that stuff. I got more videos coming. Thank you very much. Goodbye.